Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Legends video. In this video I want to discuss very briefly or a little bit about stars or ranks or whatever you want to call them. But essentially, how important is it for you to star or rank up a unit with Z power? Now there's two very important aspects to understand before we talk about some of the tertiary aspects of ranking up a unit. So firstly, each and every single star or rank that you obtain with a unit will result in an additional stat increase. This is raw stats. We're talking health, strike attack, strike defense, blast attack, blast defense. All of these are basically raw functionalities. And this will go up for every single star up to the max starage, which is 7 red or 14. Now, in terms of the actual difference it makes, you can see that quite simply by just looking at the comparison of a 3-star unit to a maxed out 7+ star unit. So you can see total power levels 1.3 million, you can see the health is 1.9, the strike attack is 200, you can see that the blast attack is 218, strike defense is 159, and blast defense is 157. If we were to max him out and bump him up to the limit break status, and obviously make sure that he is, in terms of arts boost, maxed out, you can see a very big difference from 133 to 1570, or a 240,000 power increase. If you take that over the 133, you're looking at roughly an 18% increase in power. And you can see this in the health. The health has gone up just under 500,000 from around 1960, so it's around a 25% increase. Now it's important to understand this is a maxed arts boost unit, so there is a portion of that that belongs to the arts boost, being 5% or so. So in reality, we're looking at around about a 14 to 20% increase in overall stats simply via ranking up your units, which is a sizable chunk. A red star unit is going to have a very sizable increase compared to just a 3-star. But the second most important part of when you rank up a unit is the Z ability. So although the actual abilities don't necessarily change, the Z ability changes quite dramatically. Take for example the 3-star Cell Z ability, which is a 26% increase to base strike and blast attack for several categories. When he's maxed out, he has 38% to an additional category, as well as an extra 18% to powerful opponents base strike defense. So not only do you get an extra 10 or 12% on both strike and blast defense or blast attack, you also gain an 18% strike defense increase. This is a sizable increase, and if someone has even a whole team of direct red units compared to, let's say, 3 or 7-star units, you can add up those percentages. It will work out to a couple percentage points per unit, but when you're timesing that by 6, things can get pretty sizable quickly. So clearly and obviously, ranks do matter a lot. This is not different across rarities, and it's roughly the same percentage as well across all rarities. So LF units, Ultra units, Sparking units all have a similar ratio of stat gain per rank or upgrade in Z power that they have. So it's pretty straightforward stuff for the most part. It's honestly relatively simple. Now the percentage stat gain you gain per star does differ. So for example, from 3-star to 7-star, you gain less stat gain than you do from 7+ to 14+. You gain slightly more stats per star or per rank, all the way up to Z+ from 7-star onwards. But there's also a secondary reason. So beyond the aspect of the unit getting stronger, which we truly understand was always the case, and we can see it's definitely a sizable amount, there is a secondary aspect to why you would want units to be 7-star, or why you would want units to be at a certain threshold, and that is future-proofing your team. Now, a very important component of DB Legends is Zenkais, much like EZAs, which function in regards to improving units in Dokkan, Zenkais function the same way. Zenkai essentially is a way to make a older unit that has fallen out of the meta fall back into the meta by augmenting both their ability and their baseline stats. Now Zenkais do affect the stat rate of a unit and will generally augment their stats, but you can only activate a Zenkai if your unit is at 7 plus or 7 stars. You have to have at least 7 stars, otherwise you can't Zenkai them. Even if you have the Zenkai power, you're unable to Zenkai the unit. There will be, they won't have it applied to them. So it's super important to consider that having units at 7 stars is generally the way to go. Not only that, but 7 stars is kind of the soft cap for units. Their Z ability does not augment from 7 stars onwards. So being a 7-star unit means that generally speaking, they don't augment their Z ability. Their Z ability stays at rank 4, only getting to rank 5 when they are fully red starred. And then outside of that as well, when you consider units and obviously ranking them up, the only real gain you get between 7 and 14 is the stat gain on each star rank. Not only that, but it takes the same amount to rank up a unit from 7 to 14. I think it's 3 times as much as it takes for you to get from 3 to 7 star. So it's quite a sizable investment to 14-star unit, although you do get added benefits. Now most times the difference between a 7-star unit and a max 14-star unit is not big in terms of the Z ability. However, there are the odd occasion where you can actually gain a substantial amount from the Z ability adjustment, and this is usually on some older units. So for example, a unit that really springs to mind when we talk about beneficial 14 starring is the Legends Limited Purple Vegito. Now he's not great in the field, but he's very often used as a Zenkai buffer for purple pure Saiyans, and you can see why, because his Z ability when he hits 14 star gives you 12% HP, which is huge, and there are some units like this. So it's important to consider that as well. Are you going to gain a sizable gain to your boost or bench units if you 14 star them as well? So there's a lot of factors to consider. This video I kind of just wanted to give you an idea of what the benefits are of ranking up your units and why you should consider them and whether or when it's necessary to. That's going to be it for me. See you next time. Bye.